Emanuel Levinas, Face of Another. Emanuel Levinas was a French philosopher. His first philosophy began to emerge after the Second World War, when his family in Lithuania were murdered in the Holocaust. After the Second World War, it began to shape how he perceived good and evil, man's free will, and God's involvement in war. But prior to the Second World War, we didn't understand God's involvement, in which emerged theodicy as a common Jewish thought. Theodicy is an attempt to answer why God would allow the manifestation of evil. God's actions can be explained. In other words, there is a reason for suffering. After what emerged from the Second World War and the Holocaust, the ideas of theodicy were seriously challenged. Levinas wrote that the idea of theodicy should have never been accepted in the first place. He rejected the idea and said it was not an acceptable way for people to explain human suffering. Levinas believed that theodicy was an easy way for people to comfort themselves when they learned about other human suffering. After the Holocaust and the events in which occurred, theodicy was no longer something which could save us from reality. Nothing can justify the suffering of others, especially when we live in a world where good does not always triumph. He critiqued the idea of theodicy, saying that God does not hold some kind of purpose for human suffering. Suffering engages others. This is Levinas' philosophy. Levinas' philosophy explained, when you see a person suffering, you take on another person's suffering by engaging in compassion. You do not remove or justify their suffering. You do not excuse it, nor do you imply that it may have some purpose. You are there and present for them. God will not save us, nor will things always work out in the end. We must act ethically. Not only did Levinas accept this philosophy and support it, throughout the years many celebrities, authors, speakers, and people in general have supported his idea. Charles DeLint, a Canadian author, supports his philosophy in his quote by explaining his understanding of helping others. By helping, he is not just helping others, but more so helping himself, and in doing so bringing God into the world. Ellen DeGeneres, a well-known talk show host, explains her understanding of helping others as well. Just like Levinas, she believes that the face is raw, therefore seeing yourself in the face or eyes of another can help us to help others and experience the most true form of good or God. Emanuel Levinas is able to explain his philosophical thoughts through his detailed examples and others who believe in the same things he has brought to our attention. The face of another helps us to connect on a personal level and understand and feel empathy for others. In doing so, we nurture and are able to bring God to life.